Hello YouTubers, and welcome to another review. So, today I'm reviewing the 7th Doctor and electronic Tardis. Now you can see here, nice big window. It's very similar to the one that was later used with the 3rd Doctor and Tardis. However, this one has just a window at the front, and you can see there, it's got dust on it, a window at the top. I don't know which design I prefer more. Obviously, this one has got the Russell T Davies era logo, because this was the first design of the classic series packaging. You can see there we've got TARDIS features, light and sound effects. Includes opening doors with lantern light. The 7th Doctor, 1987 to 1996, which is technically true. The 3rd Doctor with brown jacket and umbrella. I picked this up in 2017 for £35, brand new at Greenwich Market. And as you can see, features opening doors, the telephone cubbyhole and lantern light. Movement activated takeoff and landing sound effects. And a load of information on the 7th Doctor, which you can pause to read in your own time. And on the other side, same information. So let's get this out of this box and take a look, shall we? Alright, so now that we've got it out of the box, if I just move the TARDIS out of the way, you can see that we've got a nice backdrop from the Curse of Fenric, which is very nice. I believe that's Curse of Fenric. It's either Curse of Fenric or Battlefield, I can't really tell. Must be Curse of Fenric, surely. Or Battlefield's one to do. I'll just quickly go over the 7th Doctor, because there's not a lot to say. It is just the standard brown jacketed version, but with the hat, with the smiley face. This was the first release of this brown jacketed 7th Doctor. I believe it came out either at the same time or just after the first of the Remembrance of the Daleks sets. So, yeah, this was, a pretty new figure at the time of its release, but there's nothing really much to say on this that hasn't already been said. If you'd like a more detailed look at this, check out one of my other videos where I review that figure. I do it in the 13 Doctors box set review. But yeah, we've had that released multiple times. It's a nice figure, but it's the less of the interesting things. This is the main hold of interest. The 7th Doctor's TARDIS, which would be the basis for pretty much all TARDISes to come afterwards. Now, the main difference with this is obviously the stacked roof. Now, with the 4th Doctor's and the 3rd Doctor's TARDIS, we've got the pretty squat roof, whereas this is more what you may call the stacked roof. This exact mould, was repainted and used on the 1st Doctor's TARDIS, which I reviewed, I think, way back in 2011, I think I reviewed that one in. It was either 2011, 2012, I think 2011, where my videos were recorded on a webcam in 240p. Wow. But you can see we've got the nice police box signage, and that with the blue and the little inserts on there. It all looks very nice. Very, very sharp detailing, where this was when character was on point with its quality control. You can see there, no spillages or leakage of the paint, and that nice tight paint apps around the windows. You can see the frosting in them, and the police public call information there. More on that in a minute. We've got the lantern, and that at the top with the 3 struts going down it, and the flat top the head. On the back, unfortunately, we do have that speed compartment and the backing compartment. Though we do have this really nice and pretty realistic looking wood effect. Not so much on the front, but on the side you can see sort of like the bits of speckles and where the TARDIS, it's obviously made to, like bits over here is made to replicate when this prop was repainted over and over again various times. On the bottom, not really much. We've got the little push button here and the on-off switch. No spindle on this, because this was a classic TARDIS. And if we open up the opening doors, this one will not open all the way, and there's a reason for that. This one will, it's just completely empty on the inside. You actually see the battery compartment there. There's a little button that you push on the floor to close the door, and at the top you can see a little latch it there to pull the other door shut, because this door is not spring loaded, but this one is. But unlike all of the other TARDIS releases so far in the range, this is the only classic one to have an opening door like that. And as you can see, in there is the phone, and it's really hard to get a good shot of that because it's so small and there's so little light. Give me a minute. And okay, I've got a torch out. And hopefully, I'm trying to line this up, but you can just about see the phone there. If I put also focus back on, there we go. You can see the phone there, and it's really nicely and really well detailed. It looks really good. But yeah, as I said, this is the only TARDIS to feature that. None of the other ones do. You can see we've got pretty basic instructions on basically how to open the doors and how to put the batteries in, and the takeoff and landing as well. So that's all nice, well and good. So let's put some batteries in this and actually listen to these sound effects, shall we? Okay, so you can see I put some batteries in the back. It takes 3 AAA batteries. I think all of the electronic TARDISes take 3 AAAs. That speaker grill, but anyway, let's switch it on. And let's put it down for landing. And as you can see there, the lantern lights up. And it is pretty bright. I think it's brighter than both of the Tennant one and the Matt Smith ones. But anyway, take off. The sound effects do seem to be taken from the Tennant TARDIS. It's probably just the standard sound chips that I use, but you can see that it does continue to pulsate even after you pick it up, but it doesn't feature any vortex wings, so you can shake this all you like, spin it. It does not feature anything motion activated. It is literally just takeoff and landing. It is literally just those 2 sound effects. That is literally it. And, oh, well, the battery's popped out. But yeah, not an awful lot with the sound effects. You get the 2, which is nice. I mean, there's the question of, should B&M, have released a sound effects version of the TARDIS for maybe, I don't know, £30? You could say £25. I would have rather that, though, to be honest. We only get literally the 2 sound effects and an LED. That is the literal difference. But yeah, it is nicely detailed as well. You can see the keyhole and everything, but still, it's not a huge amount compared to the other TARDISes. People forget that this TARDIS literally just has the 2 sound effects and an LED. That's it for this one. And as you can see, as I put that battery compartment in place, that is pretty obvious. So, overall, what do I think of this thing? Well, I do really love it. Out of all the TARDISes that have been released, I think this one is my favourite. Basically because I do like the lighter colour, but also that is a really nice touch to it as well. Obviously, it does have the lights and sound effects. Though, I do also really like the first Doctor TARDIS set, but of all of them, I think this is my favourite. Now, this thing does go for quite a bit on eBay these days. Now, with the release of the 3rd Doctor's and soon-to-be 4th Doctor with Regeneration figure, will this one go down in price? Or will it make it even rarer in price? I mean, I don't know because I haven't been looking for one recently, but I do know that they do fetch a high price. But if you can find it for, say, £70 and under, then I would say go for it. But anyway, that does it for this review, and I will see you in the next review. Bye bye.